Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show with your hosts Lee Silber and Ellen Goodwin.
Welcome to another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better show. I'm your co-host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my co-host,
Lee Silber.
Wow, Lee, you sound a little down. What's up?
Oh, I feel like I should be reading more. I mean, I always hear that smart people, wealthy people, healthy people, happy people read books. And I used to read a lot of books. Heck, I'm a writer of books. And lately, I hardly read at all. And so I thought, I can't be the only one that just isn't reading as much as they used to and misses it and needs it and wants it. So I thought I would sit down and think, how can I make it so I will read more and then share those ideas with others? And I know you're an avid reader, so you probably have a lot of great ideas as well.
This is true. I do enjoy reading, and I read a lot, not as much as I used to, but I'm still cranking them out. I'm having problems like focusing sometimes that I just can't sit and read. But yeah, I have some strategies I'm using, and I bet you have a whole bunch. So take it away.
Well, I know what's not working. Let's start with that. It's always easier. I started looking at. I said, "What is the problem with me? What is wrong with me?" That is a open-ended question.
Yeah. Can I jump in on that?
We're gonna just focus on this one issue for now. And I think it's not me. I think I have chosen some books that just don't do it for me. I mean, everyone said you should read this book. It's the popular book to read, and it's just not the book I want to read. And so starting with that and kind of tied in with that, I chose some big fat books, 500-page books, and it's daunting. So
right, so you're not reading
I'm
War
reading
and
children's
Peace.
books now. Picture book. No. I'm looking for books that I can sit down and, with short chapters so I could get some sense of accomplishment, a topic that's either relevant to my career or sounds like it'd be entertaining and will be a good escape. And then, page counts that are, 100 and something pages versus 600 pages. And it's working.
Yeah, because it's not daunting. I mean, our brains right now, the whole idea of, holy cow, 500 pages, can't do it. But yeah, bite-sized bits of books, that's a lot of B's. You can do that.
Yeah, and then I'm going to form a book club, and then I'll have people, we'll hold each other accountable. And part of, I think, what will make it fun is just being able to discuss it. And so you'll read deeper because you don't want to have somebody ask you, well, what'd you think about this scene or that character? And you're like, wait, what? I just skipped right past that. So I think a book club to hold me anyway accountable. Plus, I'm excited about it now. Oh, that means I'll be reading a book a month, and we'll talk about it, and it'll be something fun. Just as long as we all agree to choose books that we're all excited about. That's kind of the only catch with that.
That's a big key right there. Yeah. I've been in a couple book clubs, and I will own up to not finishing books because I'm like, I'm not super interested in this.
But 50 Shades of Grey, you read that one, didn't you? You finished that one now, didn't you?
Oh. But I would say one of the things that I think makes reading easier is being prepared for it. And that means, putting your book on the chair that you normally sit on to watch TV or, on your couch or whatever. So the book is right there. So you sit down and, oh, whoa, what's this? This is my book. And you know what? I should be reading. Or put it on the bed so that when you come to bed, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to knock out 15 minutes of reading because the book is right here. Keep that book in front of you in top of mind.
I totally agree with that. And I mean, people that have stacks of books, it almost makes you feel bad. So, put some of them away that you'll get to later, but just leave a couple out. But for me, it's also using the Kindle app in my phone, meaning I always have a book with me. So I'm waiting for the kids. Their practice went too long, and I'm the coach. I'll just sit and read. I'm just kidding. I thought that was funny. You're just...
Yes, I know.
You give me nothing. What kind of partner are you?
I do think that's funny.
You gotta laugh at every single joke.
I'm supposed to laugh at everything. Yes. No, I do think that's funny. But yeah, you just find those moments to read. I know if you've got a Kindle app, on your phone, you've always got a book there. I mean, it's more fun to read it on an iPad or a tablet or something, so it's bigger. But if you've got 5 minutes, you're waiting for the kids to do whatever, boom, you've got a book. You can read a few pages.
Same with audiobooks. I mean, you can even do two things at once. You could be working out and listening to the book, or doing something you don't really enjoy doing, cleaning, while listening to a book, so it makes the cleaning not seem such a dreary task. You've got this novel and wonderful characters and scenes. I'm moving my hands around. I know, jazz hands, and it's so fun. But it does kind of take you away from, that's what books are supposed to do, novels and fiction anyway, take you away and give you an escape. So you don't really notice the hard work you're doing so much because you're enjoying the book at the same time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to just go back to picking the books is so important, because if it's a book you're not interested in, you don't care about, you're not going to read it. And I would say, if you need to learn something, and this sounds really odd, look at children's books, because they distill information down to one subject. I learned a whole bunch about snails the other day because there was a book in my little library about snails, and that's all it talked about. Didn't talk about ecosystems. It didn't talk about, who else hung out with snails. I just learned a lot of information. So as random as that is, when you ever need to learn something, find a children's book, and it's going to have one topic, and it's going to get you into that.
Yeah, and I'll end with, and I totally agree with you on that, because even like what do you call those? The young adult books sometimes.
Yeah.
Those novels are fun. We've all been the teenager, so it's kind of fun to read teen stories, and there's no profanity. It's kind of nice, refreshing. But I would say we don't read as much, and maybe I'll just say I don't read as much because I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to watch the news for hours on end, or I'm picking a show over a book. And so I'm going to try and make the conscious effort to drop something that I watch and replace it with something that I can read.
I'm going to hold you accountable to that.
Well, join my book club. You'll love it.
I will. I will. In the meantime, please be sure to like, review, and subscribe to Faster, Easier, Better Show. And of course, be with us next week for another episode.